My wife, this is Phyllis. You got to pretend she's here. She works 3 different jobs in our hospital down in up in Steamboat. She works in the ER. She worked a shift today in the women's clinic with a VNA. She also works in pre-surge. So she's not here with us, but she's a feisty little paisan. 2nd generation Napolitad, and she's proud of it, you know. And she gives me so much grief about my pockets and what I carry in them. We got there, we're supposed to park on 16th Street or something and go north. It's pitch dark, rainy. So I said, now I'm going to get back at her. I'm going to show her why I've got that compass. So I pull my compass out, and we're supposed to go north. I look at my compass. No matter which way I turn, my compass points north. My compass is broken. Now, I think our compass is broken. Our moral compass is broken. Our compass is broken when a reporter asks Nancy Pelosi, what's the constitutional basis for you passing health care? And she gets this Nancy Pelosi, I'm going to try this. I don't do a real good Nancy Pelosi, and she says, are you serious? Yes, ma'am, I'm serious. I'm serious as a heart attack. Show me in the Constitution where you have the authority to do that. Our compass is broken. Our compass is broken when our national deficit, not what we're spending, national deficit reaches $176 billion a month. Now, Sheldon said, you know, we're going to give this money back to China. You know where that money is going to come from that we're going to give back to China? We're going to borrow it from China to give it back to them. Our compass is broken, my friends. So what do we need when we've got a fork in the road and our compass is broken? America is crying out for leadership. America is tired of politicians. We need leadership. I've never, you know, the bad news, I've never run for office before. I don't have a political machine. I don't have a war chest. But the good news, my friends, is I've never run for political office before, and I'm not tied to a political machine, and I'm not going to be bought by a war chest. I am a leader, and I will not be bought. But the choice I'm going to make for you, for the people of Colorado, is do you want the best politician money can buy, or a leader who will never be bought? So the 2 issues I think we need to focus on. One is a total lack of trust in our elected government. People don't trust our government anymore. That's tragic, but they say people would rather pick 100 names out of a phone book than who we have elected. That's tragic. How do we restore trust in our government? Well, I think we put the right people in office. That's the starting point. We pay attention just like you all are. You are the hope of America because you're going to pick the right candidates who will stand by what they say and who believe in the same things you believe in. Trust was destroyed, I think, when we went to career politicians, and the Articles of Confederation had term limits in it. You remember that? Oh yeah, that's gone now. We need to restore that, and I will pledge to you that I won't serve more than 3 terms. I will self-impose that, but I will try my best to amend the Constitution to impose term limits again on everybody in our government, starting with the President, going down through the Supreme Court, the Senate, and the House of Representatives. I will pledge to you now that I won't take the automatic pay raises that our Congress gets, because what's happened now, we're back on a train, and the train is running along the tracks, and we're in the back, and we're raising our kids, and we're paying our mortgages, and we're paying our taxes, and we're saying our prayers, and we're hoping that our kids' teachers are saying the Pledge of Allegiance. But up there in the first class car is where all the elected representatives are, and it's nice. It's got leather seats, and it's got hot and cold running whiskey, and it's got automatic pay raises, and it's got their own health care, and it's got their own retirement program, and it's got the cafeterias, and it's got the jet planes, and it's got the limousines, and they like it up there. So the way they stay up there is they use your money to get themselves reelected, and part of it is this pork barrel spending. I pledge that I will never bring pork barrel back to this district, and if you're looking for somebody to do it, pick somebody else. But that's what I'm going to tell you right now. And there's a young man named Jason Chavez who just got elected. He defeated a Rhino Republican in the primary, defeated a Democrat. He's out of Utah. He believes in fiscal responsibility. He believes it so strongly that when he went to office, he sleeps on a cot. Have you all heard about Jason? Okay, I want to stand back to back with him because that's the kind of man who has my core values and my beliefs. I want to stand back to back with him, and I want to take this country back. One precinct, one county, one state at a time. Because you know, we hold these truths to be self-evident. All men are created equal. And we're endowed by our Creator with certain unalienable rights. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And we institute governments in order to protect those rights. But those governments derive their just powers from the consent of the governed, from our consent. And the people reserve the right, when a government no longer serves that purpose, to alter or abolish that form of government. And there needs to be some serious alteration. Now, you remember what I just quoted from? Those are the words of Thomas Jefferson in the Declaration of Independence. And on that law hangs all the law and prophets, I think. That's the greatest words for any government ever written, right there in the Declaration. And that's what they did. They took when the Articles of Confederation governed the 13 states which had united. Under the Articles of Confederation, the Articles didn't work. We had Shays' Rebellion. The country was falling into anarchy. And so they formed a constitutional convention, and they did away with the Articles of Confederation, and that's how we got a constitution. I need your support. I don't have a political machine. I don't have a war chest. I need people that will take me through the caucuses, through the precincts, that will be delegates for me in the state convention. And I've got a sign-up sheet back there. It looks like this. Join the Victory Over Salazar Express. I'd like to ask you to sign up for that. And if you think I'm the kind of man you can trust, then take me up there. Take me to Washington. Because I'm going to be the kind of guy who wants to listen to you. You know, I need your support, but I also need your prayers. And I pray for 3 things every day. I've never done this before, but I pray for humility. Because I don't have all the answers. You have the answers. And I want to listen to you, and I want to hear the answers. I want the answers to come up like this to Washington instead of us being told what to do from above. You know, in the military we had a saying, lead, follow, or get out of the way. Mr. President, get out of our way. Leave us alone. Americans can get America back on track doing it the old-fashioned way with grit and determination and ingenuity. So I pray for humility. I want to take your answers up instead of come down. Second thing I pray for is the strength of my convictions. I hope you know now how strongly I believe in the Constitution, how strongly I believe in the Declaration of Independence, how willing I am to stand up and fight for our country. But I want to maintain the strength of my convictions against the temptations I know I'm going to face. And I've, on my website, said I will accept a contribution from anybody with this proviso. You must pledge that you've not asked me for anything, and I've not either promised or given you anything in return for your contribution. And that's the way I'm going to do this. The third thing I pray for is courage. Because I put myself in an arena where I know that I and my family are going to be attacked. And those attacks are already coming. I want courage, I want strength, and I want humility. I want your support, and if you'll join me in that, I would be honored and proud and pleased. And I want to take this country back, one precinct, one county, one state at a time. So I just am so honored to be here, and again, Merry Christmas.
Bob, thank you very much.
We've got a ceremony.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
Real big favor, and it would be a tremendous honor for you to sign our copy of the Constitution.
I pledge my life, my fortune, and my sacred honor